The Howl in Black Pine Ridge. I thought I had a handle on the outdoors. Grew up in the woods, camped every summer, knew every snap of a twig and every rustle of a pine needle. But nothing in my life, nothing, had prepared me for the nights at Black Pine Ridge. We rolled the RV onto the dirt road, just as the sun dipped behind the mountain ridge. Lisa's hands were tight on the wheel, Emily's music blasting from the speakers, Sophie bouncing in the back, rattling her flashlight against her water bottle. I followed, checking the map again, even though I knew it by heart. GPS wasn't much good out here anyway. The campground was practically empty, only a few RVs scattered across frost-bitten clearings. We picked the largest spot, near a stand of pines, far enough from the main loop that we might as well have been alone in the world. The air smelled of wet pine and cold metal. I set up the generator, unpacked the gear, got the fire going. Lisa fussed over the kids while Emily poked at the surrounding forest like a mini explorer. Sophie stayed close, flashlight swinging, casting uneven circles of light across the RV floor. When night fell, everything changed. It started subtle, a crack of a branch too far from the fire, Emily laughing nervously. It's probably a coyote. But the sound lingered, low, deliberate, almost thoughtful. I told myself she was right. Coyotes, maybe a fox, nothing to worry about. Then the scratching began, soft, almost careful, around the RV, outside, sometimes just outside the firelight, sometimes too close to ignore. Sophie clutched my arm. "Dad, someone's there." I forced a smile, ruffling her hair. "Just an animal, kiddo." "We're fine." We weren't. By the second night, I noticed the tracks. Tall, too tall to be any deer, maybe human, but the toes were elongated, twisted at angles that made my stomach tighten. Lisa saw them too. Her face went pale, and she didn't argue when I suggested we stay inside after dark. Then the eyes showed up. Just two, reflecting in the moonlight between the trees. Emily saw them first. "Dad, that's not a deer." I caught a glimpse too, maybe 50 yards off, moving slower than it should, too deliberate, then gone. Sleep didn't come. Sophie cried herself to sleep under her blanket. Emily whispered theories I didn't want to hear, and Lisa kept a knife under her pillow like it would help. I stayed awake, listening. Every crack, every rustle, every whisper of wind in the pines felt like it carried intelligence. Something was hunting us. The Wendigo. I didn't know the name then, didn't need to. Whatever it was in the woods around us, circling, waiting. And it was smart. The first attack happened just before midnight. I was checking the generator when a howl ripped through the clearing. High-pitched, unnatural. Sophie screamed. Lisa grabbed her. Emily bolted from the RV to the side door, and I followed. It came fast. Too fast. I saw it for a heartbeat. A hulking silhouette, skin pale as frost, eyes black and endless. It leapt, claws extended, and Emily barely dove behind the RV in time. Its fingers sank into the ground where she had been standing. The smell hit me. Rotted meat, wet earth, death. We barricaded ourselves inside the RV. Lisa locked the doors, shoved furniture against the windows. Emily tried to stop shaking. Sophie whispered, "Dad, don't let it in." I didn't answer. Couldn't. My hands were trembling. It circled, scratched, snarled. Breathing, maybe, but quiet. Calculated. I could hear its claws skimming the metal siding, the nails scraping against the roof. The generator made a low hum, a small comfort, but it couldn't hide the sound of those terrible, deliberate steps outside. I grabbed my hunting knife and a heavy fire poker. "Stay together," I whispered. Lisa nodded, holding Sophie tight. Emily peeked through the curtains. I could see the fear in her eyes. But there was something else. Daring. The Wendigo had a rhythm. I thought I could outsmart it. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. Time stretched. Every snap, every rustle made my heart jump. Then came the scratching at the door, sharp, insistent. I raised the poker, ready. The handle thumped against metal, then silence, then the smaller horror. It's Howl, but not outside. Inside my mind, screeching, high-pitched, like a voice trying to worm into my head. My vision blurred. Emily screamed. Sophie sobbed. Lisa clutched my arm. I grabbed the rifle. No more hiding. I could feel it testing us, toying with us. Then a window shattered. Its arm, impossibly long, clawed through. I swung the poker, connecting with bone. A scream, the scent of blood. We ran. Through the forest, over frozen roots, leaving the RV behind. Sophie screamed and fell. I scooped her up, slinging her over my shoulder. Emily tripped. Lisa grabbed her, pulling her to her feet. The Wendigo was behind us, its footsteps echoing. Too fast, too silent when it wanted to be. The stalking didn't stop. Every time we slowed to catch our breath, it would appear closer than before. Behind a tree, peering from a ridge, rustling the underbrush in ways that made it impossible to predict where it would strike. At one point, I caught sight of its shadow sliding across a frozen stream, moving impossibly fast without a sound, eyes tracking us like a predator, anticipating our every step. We reached a frozen creek. I set Sophie down, trying to get a grip on our bearings. The Wendigo howled from the ridge above. Emily started crying, shaking her head. It's everywhere! I grabbed both girls and ran along the ice, testing it with my foot to avoid thin patches. The snapping of twigs and distant howls echoed behind us like a chorus of doom. We ducked behind a fallen pine. Breathing hard, hearts hammering, we waited. The Wendigo circled above us, scratching at branches, tilting its head like it was laughing. I whispered a plan. If we could reach the ranger cabin a mile up the slope, maybe we could hold out until morning. The run was hell. The forest felt alive with it. Rustling leaves, snapping branches, sudden cold gusts that made us stumble. Once, it leapt from a ridge directly in front of us. But I shoved Emily behind me and swung the fire poker with every ounce of strength. Its claws missed my shoulder by inches. The air smelled of decay. Inside the ranger cabin, we barricaded the doors with anything heavy we could find. Windows covered. The Wendigo's howls pressed against the walls, making the cabin shake. Emily sobbed. Sophie was frozen in my lap. Lisa whispered prayers I didn't hear. It tested us for hours. Scratching, snarling, howling. We couldn't see it, but I could feel it. Like the forest itself had turned against us. Every gust of wind, every shifting shadow felt like its eyes on us. At one point, I swear I heard it whisper our names in a croaking, hungry voice. Dawn was gray, uncertain. The scratching faded, replaced by distant howls retreating into the forest. Exhausted, we stumbled from the cabin. The RV was gone, probably dragged away or destroyed, but we didn't care. Just getting out of the woods mattered. We reached the main road, waving frantically at the first car we saw. They didn't notice anything unusual. They wouldn't believe us. But I know what we saw, what hunted us, what still waits in Black Pine Ridge. Sophie still carries her flashlight everywhere. Emily won't sleep alone. Lisa keeps a knife by the bed. And me? I check the map every day, avoid the mountains, and pray that whatever waits in Black Pine Ridge never finds us again. But deep down, I know the Wendigo doesn't forget. Thanks for watching another chilling tale here on Cryptid Encounter Stories. If you enjoyed the story, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts and theories. And if you're hungry for more supernatural thriller, be sure to grab a copy of Fall of the Order, available now in ebook audiobook, and paperback. Until next time, stay safe and stay in the light.